Question 18. Two functions are defined as f of x is equal to 2x minus 1 and g of x is equal to x squared plus 1. Which of the following expressions represents f of g of x? Okay, sounds like a very terrifying question. However, it's really not, guys. This is something that we can do fairly quickly. As a matter of fact, within about 15 seconds. So remember, I am working from my mouse and not my calculator. And so it's going to seem like it's taking a while to do this problem, but it really doesn't. Literally about 10 to 15 seconds on your calculator. Okay, so let's go on ahead and get started. All right, so what we're going to do, we are going to use our y variables to solve this particular problem. We are going to store f of x, which is 2x minus 1, into y1, and then g of x, which is x squared plus 1, into y2. So to do that, we are going to go ahead and select the y equals key. Okay, so we're going to plug these two functions into y1 and y2 respectively. Okay, so that is f of x and g of x is x squared plus 1. Okay, so now that we have both functions stored into y1 and y2, I just need you to make a note on your test paper that this is y1 and this one is y2. Okay, so go on ahead and say second quit. We need to return to the home screen. So now we are going to recall the y variables, okay? And that is going to be found in our shortcut menu F4. So to get to F4, we need to select alpha trace, okay? And notice, there we go. We actually have our y variable. So remember, function 2x minus 1 is actually stored in y1, and x squared plus 1 is actually stored in y2. So let's go on ahead and enter this particular problem here exactly as you see it, replacing f with y1 and g with y2 of x, okay? And then close it, okay? But before we do that, what we need to do is we need to store a value into x. So guys, it can be any value except for 0 and 1. For whatever reason, 0 and 1 does not work. So it can be a decimal value. It can also be a whole number, not 0 and not 1. Okay, don't use 0 and don't use 1. So let's go ahead and do that first before we put in this particular problem, okay? All right, so let's go ahead and press clear. So to store a value into a variable, remember, whatever value we want to store, we want to select that. So I am going to store 2 into x. So I press 2, and then this key here, stow. And remember, the shortcut key for x is this one, okay? Press enter. Once I do that, you will see that I am presented with the number 2. If you want to check to ensure that 2 is actually stored in x, we can go ahead and select the x key, press enter, and you'll see that 2 is actually stored into x. So now we are ready to enter this problem. This problem, okay, exactly as you see it. All right, I have sort of written over it, but that's okay. Exactly as you see it. So let's go ahead and do that. All right, so remember we are going to select alpha trace, and we need y1. So enter, open paren, and then alpha trace again, select 2, and then of x, open paren, x, close, close. Okay, so notice what I've entered here, okay? What I've entered here, push it over some so that you can see it. All right, what I've entered here is exactly what you see here, but substituting y1 for f and y2 for g. And remember, the value 2, the number 2 is stored into x, okay? So when I select enter here, I am going to get a value, okay, which is 9, okay? So basically, f of x, 2x minus 1, and g of x, x squared plus 1, is actually equal to 9 when I am saying f of g of 2, because that's what this really is. F of g of 2, because I have stored 2 into x, okay? All right, so now what we need to do is, just like in the previous problem, we need to basically use our answer choices to see which particular answer choice will give us the value of 9. That's what we're looking for, the value of 9 here, okay? That's what we are looking for, the value of 9. All righty, get the right color here. Okay, all right, so again, we are going to begin with the middle number. Let's go ahead and put the middle value in, okay, which is 2x squared plus 2, hit enter, okay? We know that 2x squared plus 2 is actually equal to 10, so we know that h is not our answer. So let's go up to g, okay, 2x. Now remember, 2 is stored in x, okay? Plus 1, hit enter. And you can see there, G is our answer. G is the answer, guys. Okay, let's clean this up a little bit so that you can see it. G is the answer. I'll see you guys in the next problem. Bye-bye.